Iwo Jima was a 2-mile island of dirt, sand, dust, and volcanic ash. It had almost no vegetation and no hills, aside from Mount Suribachi. The island lies about 700 miles from Tokyo, Japan, and it's been Japanese-owned for decades. So why would the U.S. Marine Corps risk the lives of thousands of Marines to claim the island? On February 19, 1945, the U.S. Marine Corps landed on the beach of Iwo Jima. But instead of getting nailed by gunfire, they simply walked up the beach, and they weren't hit until about 200 yards inland. This is because General Kiribayashi, the leader on the island, had taken a different approach. His tactics like drawing them in and then killing them, and many other different tactics, would have worked. But many sub-commanders on the island thought differently and disobeyed. For instance, some of them thought that it would be more honorable to kill themselves than it would to be killed by a Marine.
The Marine Corps had been assigned the task of taking the Pacific Islands. They had to take the islands so that they could transport men, aircraft, machines, and weapons into Japan. Iwo Jima was one of the last islands that they had to take. Trying to fly a super fort from the Marianas to Japan was too risky. If the B-29 was damaged or low on fuel, it would surely go down in the ocean. Having Iwo Jima, though, would make the trip half as long. It would also save the lives of many pilots.
Iwo had 2 airfields and an underground tunnel system. It also had hundreds of pillboxes, trenches, sniper nests, and many other bunkers. The Japanese themselves weren't very well off as far as machinery, ammo, and aircraft goes. General Kiribayashi's request for aerial support had been turned down, so he told his men that their only chance was to fight to the death. The U.S., on the other hand, had 20,000 Marines, hundreds of landing craft, and they were well supplied. They thought they had the advantage until they hit the beach. To their surprise, the Japs had taken different tactics than the Marines had thought they would. All throughout the battle, the U.S. Marine Corps was being caught by surprise. Although the Japanese tactics weren't the best, they certainly weren't what the Marine Corps had planned for. Although the Japanese tactics were unpredictable, a few of the Marines caught on and became heroes because of it. One of these men was Corporal Tony Steen. Steen led a group of Marines inland while wielding a heavy machine gun that he had recovered from an airplane. Steen's unit was the unit that would later mount the American flag on the top of Mount Suribachi. He took 8 trips back to the beach for ammo, and each time he took a wounded Marine with him.
On February 23rd, Steen was wounded. He had to evacuate to a hospital. But later, his unit was suffering from severe casualties, and so he went back to them and fought on Iwo Jima for a few more days. But on March 1st, Steen was killed by a sniper. Corporal Steen was awarded the Medal of Honor for his actions on that day.
The Marines had decided to take Mount Suribachi first, then worry about the rest of the island, because Suribachi was the strongest point on the island. They decided to cut off the head and take it. But General Kiribayashi knew they had to, so he planned against it. The Japanese sighted in their big guns on the spot where the Marines had to land, so the Marines had a hard time taking Mount Suribachi.
By the end of World War II, the taking of Iwo Jima would save the lives of 25,000 B-29 pilots and 2,000 superforts. 20,000 Japanese died on Iwo, and 1,000 were taken prisoner. On the Marines side, however, only 6,000 Marines died in the whole battle. The battle for Iwo Jima was a battle that would be remembered by all until this day.